Hey everybody, welcome back to Northernlion plays the binding of Slay the Spire. This is Slay the Spire. It is a very different thing than the Binding of Isaac. Totally, absolutely, fundamentally, completely different. What were we doing last time? We were doing a silent run. We died on the second floor. I've been up and down. Our last run could have been better, could have been worse. We were really strong on the first floor, but things fell apart. Let's get our streak going again. Let's get the greatest leaderboard position of all time. 100 free gold is nice. An upgraded bash is potentially nice. 250 gold for a curse is actually fine. So we get Writhe. Standing in line to see the show. It was a man I heavy ride the way. And you get the idea. Writhe is not that bad. We're just going to get rid of it anyway. We're also going to writhe from our grave. I think I'm going to choose to take 2 and just smack you. Again, I'm starting to... It's taken me longer than most to figure out where I want to be with respect to... Oh, no. We're taking 7 right off the cut here. It's a bummer. To get better at Slay the Spire has taken me longer than most people. I'll admit that wholeheartedly. But we're getting there, I would like to think, at the very least. You know, we're 5 HP down right off the bat here. No skin off my scrote. Gross. Shrug It Off is just a strictly better block. Heavy Blade is so good, though. It makes our deck a little expensive, but it's a prerequisite in a literal sense for, oh my god, it's getting over it. Brews 5 random potions? No? Dude, you have, but Apotheosis costs 2 now. Ugh. So, the negative aspect of, like, having a lot of money right off the bat. Well, there's no, we don't want lightning in a bottle because we have no skill. Unless we could go, no, we don't have enough money to go Apotheosis and lightning in a bottle. Sharon's Ashes is good. Rampage is good, I think. Especially, you know, on the cheap. It's a strictly better strike that just gets better as time goes on. Apotheosis costing 2 is still really, really good, though. I think you almost have to buy it. And then we can't afford any relics, which is fine because these relics are a little bit more... Like this, I think, is maybe just bad or not worth the money. This, we can't get use out of it right away. And this requires an exhaust synergy to really pop. So, we'll remove the curse from our deck. We have a very expensive deck now. I'm going to add a Rampage to thin the cost a little bit, and I'm going to move on. But Apotheosis is incredible. There are going to be some situations in which it's not usable. You know what? Hit me for 7. And that was almost one of the situations right there, because I could have just taken 5 damage off the table right off the bat. But I feel like if the fight is going to last longer than 2 or 3 turns, we might as well pop Apotheosis, right? Can I kill you? 999? I cannot kill you. You gotta go, obviously. I think we'll choose to take 2 damage. Kill the little one. And, we definitely, even though Rampage does less damage, we want to play it because our deck is so thin, we're going to draw it constantly. And every time we draw it, it's going to do more and more. So this is 26 damage, except this is actually going to be 24 plus 10, 34 damage, you're dead. Lovely. Still doing totally fine on HP. I'm a believer so far in this deck. Apply 1 week to all enemies and exhaust. I think I'm never going to be sad to see that. Worst case scenario, it hits them with weakness on a turn in which they're not attacking. Best case scenario, you know, hits a couple of enemies with a debuff that, you know, if you're fighting like the artifacts, it can purge their ability to ignore debuffs. And there's a lot of valuable ideas here. I mean, to be honest, we really want to focus on the first floor. If we can avoid taking damage and having to rest, we can upgrade instead. And colorless cards can be upgraded now. So we might be able to upgrade Apotheosis. In fact, if I, like, look at it... Yeah, okay, we want to upgrade that, and then it becomes extremely cheap. I.e., its former price. I don't think we need to play it here, because we should probably get the kill next turn, but we'll see. All I'm going to say in my own defense when it comes to Slay the Spire is that, this is not to begrudge my colleagues at all, but 99% of my learning in this game, I think we can afford to shrug it. Yeah. 99% of my gameplay has been on YouTube or off camera. Like a very little bit of it is on Twitch. So as a result, I mean, I'm feeling things out for myself. Which is not to... This guy's gotta go, is the thing. I think you bash him instead. You know what? We should have played Apotheosis first, obviously, but I didn't even remember we had the energy potion. And you're gonna say, well, then you should stream the game more so you can get better. And I know, okay, I should do a lot of things. I should eat more fruits and vegetables. I shouldn't be playing Slay the Spire right now. I should be doing my .NET homework, okay? But, like, what Happy don't know, don't hurt him. That is not the way that expression goes. But regardless, you get what I'm saying? Like, I like playing it. I like playing it on YouTube, and I hope that the fun that I'm having is infectious, even if I'm making mistakes with it. Maybe one day I'll get there. Maybe I'll get there, you know, in my own unique fashion, which is interesting as well. All right, so we managed to kill the... the thief. And there are some, you know, I'm not getting off the subject. There's a lot of, people say it's unacceptable, and to which I go like, you know, it seems a little bit like a heavy verbiage in the internet world when you're watching a video game being played, but there are some mistakes that are silly. I'll give you that much. Dude, come on, give me a strike draw, please. A wound? Painful. Ending a turn with 1 energy, like we did just there, most of the time is unacceptable. Here it didn't matter. I mean, we could have played another block, but, you know, in context, it actually does not matter. But yeah, doing that in situations where we shouldn't be doing that is obviously silly. Let's go for a battle trance here. We're going to go straight into an upgrade. But I just know that, like, in my heart of hearts, I feel the pain, and I'm also working on it. I'm doing my dangdest here without necessarily going full Brady Game strategy guide. Here's the meta net deck. So, this guy's got to go. But as long as we leave in thieving, we'll be leaving with some kind of dough. Hopefully he won't, though. We want to play it slow-ish. Like, we don't want to take too much damage until we're able to pop Apotheosis. And as far as I'm concerned, like, after we pop Apotheosis, please draw a strike. Battle Trance is also okay, because we'll definitely get a strike out of it. Now that we've played Apotheosis, we go hard. He's got to die, is one thing. But also, like... Again, you know, we want as many upgrades as possible. This guy's gotta go. He's gotta go. Gotta go, gotta go. Gotta go right now. Gotta go right now. And he's done. He's gonna have 19 HP, I think. No, he's gonna have 10. Oh, he's extremely dusted. We finally get to play Heavy Blade. We might want to keep our deck thin. The thinner our deck is, the more valuable... we gotta add Cleave. But the thinner our deck is, the more valuable Rampage becomes. Battle Trance getting upgraded is good. Actually getting 2 weak for free is also good, but I think having Rampage scale up faster, I almost see the line that this deck can take. Blood Vial just gives you more healing. We'll definitely try to get ourselves to this elite. I think we'd rather hit as many question marks. We probably won't have to heal too much unless we run into a bunch of combat, but heal 20 or remove a card. Absolutely remove a card. So we've added a Shrug It Off, and we've added a lot of strikes. I think we're going to remove a basic strike to begin with, and for 50, that is super cheap. Large hole in the ground. Become cursed with doubt, but get gold. Which one is doubt? You get weak, right? I think I'm just gonna leave it. I don't think 175 gold is worth it. You may or may not disagree. Good, this is what I was hoping for. We drew Apotheosis. Cleave is 10 damage to all enemies, which is 10 damage. And we'll pass turn. I really think that, and the more I'm thinking about this, the more I'm like, we might not... What we should do is, like, add a card, remove a card. Add a card, remove a card. we're healing for 8 between combat, so we can afford to get hit for 8, although I would prefer not to. Can I get you? You need to be at 34 and below. And I can get you there. Even better. We didn't need to block at all. Which would have maybe allowed us to do a Bastion strike instead, but what does that matter to us in this situation, you know? You gotta cleave here, obviously. I think you intimidate. 6 damage is nothing. You cleave him. And, Heavy Blade is 14. Or a Rampage plus a Defend means you take 0 damage. I think I prefer that. But yeah, if we can keep the deck as thin as possible, so we're drawing Rampage like once every 2 turns, we don't necessarily need Strength Gain to have a finisher with Heavy Blade, I think. Let's try a Battle Trance. And, again, we don't really need to block. Because him hitting us for 6 is about the same as getting hit for 0. We're going to heal for 6 at the end, and we're going to heal for 2 on top of that after. We got enough. So yeah, just be very cautious. Only take cards that actually add to the synergy here. And actually, Headbutt is a perfect card for us to get. And I feel 100% confident fighting on this floor. This is a great time for us to have Nightmare, whatever the card is called that gives them weakness. Because it'll just purge all of their debuffs right away. So we're going to play Apotheosis for certain. Then we'll play Battle Trance. We didn't get the card we wanted. I think we'll play the Explosive Potion. Just to hurt him. We'll Rampage. And this is where I'm testing, you know, this newfound theory to see if this is going to work. We'll Headbutt, and we'll bring back Rampage. The idea now is that we have a 1 energy, 16 damage strike. Heavy Blade is lovely. Like, if we can get Shuriken or something like that that allows us to gain strength at such a ridiculous rate that, oh, this is actually excellent. Then we got nothing to worry about whatsoever. But Rampage, being able to, like, cycle that card back and back and back and back and back and back, like, we're in such a good spot. So, Intimidate was what we were looking for, but we don't need it anymore, to be honest. We'll just do this and this. We're going to heal for 8. 6 now and then 2 when we fight next, so it's not bad. Choose an upgrade and attack. Generally speaking, I think you want Bash, or I think you want Heavy Blade, but I'm not an expert. Certainly the top 4 strikes are irrelevant. Cleave does give a lot of extra damage if you're fighting a lot of enemies. Headbutt gives a lot less. Like, Cleave is strictly better than upgrading Headbutt, I think. You know, 3 damage to all enemies versus 3 damage in general. Keep in mind, all these cards are going to get upgraded by Apotheosis regardless. So, like, what's best to get upgraded early? It actually might be a Cleave. If we draw a Cleave before Apotheosis, this would probably be better. And I think having a second Cleave is actually fine for this deck, but I'll preface that with the added thing of I don't really know. The end of your turn, lose 1 HP for each card in your hand. I think we can afford that, even though 100 gold for free is, like, demonstrably, it can't really be bad. So, I think we'll go for an upgraded Intimidate now. We couldn't do that on our previous one because it wasn't an attack. So it doesn't work with Molten Egg. This guy, we're probably fine. We'll do a Battle Trance because we want a Rampage. We didn't get it. That's fine. I think what we'll do is... Well, we could bring back Battle Trance, which is not bad for 0. Cleave is good, but it's not as good as getting a Rampage out as quickly as possible, which, you know, card draw is going to allow us to do. So you got to play Apotheosis, no questions. You have to take Battle Trance, and I'm not worried at all about Regret. So certainly we'll Intimidate him to make him weak. He's doing 24 damage. It's not nothing, but it's not a lot. And I think we'll just do a Rampage Cleave. This looks a lot worse than it is right now. We're about to take 24 damage, which is not great, but this is his big attack. We might not want to race him. Oh, dude, so good. Get Rampage out there. Get Cleave out there. He's dealing 4. I think we'll defend. If we defend completely, we can probably sneak out 1 more, like, max damage attack against him, I think. Oh, this is so good. So you definitely Headbutt into a Rampage. And then you got to think about it. It's either Bash or Shrug it off Rampage. And I honestly, I mean, Bash for the vulnerability is nice, but I think you shrug it off. You take no damage as a... You get no more card draw because of Battle Trance. Gosh darn it. Either way, Bash now would have been better, but... no burns, thank you. Bash now would have been better, but at least we're getting Rampage this turn, right? So I think this is easy enough. You hit him, you hit him, you hit him. Heavy Blade is not worth playing because it's strictly worse than 2 strike pluses when we have neutral strength. So we have to watch out for that. 8 cards left here. Rampage is not one of them. You probably do want to... I mean, I think you shrug it off to block, and then you probably bash. Mostly to apply the vulnerability. We're taking no damage, but we really, really don't want him to get around again. What we'd like here is a headbutt into a rampage into some kind of card draw. That's going to have to be our next turn, unfortunately. I'm going to let you hit me for 8, because I think the smart money right now is capitalizing while you're vulnerable. It goes into the discard pile, so hopefully we'll just never see it. Oh, this is... We got good stuff. Okay, so you headbutt. Oh, but you don't bring back a freaking rampage because your discard pile's been shuffled in. Okay, Battle Trance. I think a Cleave is 15. A Strike Plus is 13. That's 28. Hear me out here. Cleave. Strike Plus. He's got 25 HP. We're not going to die. We are going to take 2 damage, and then we're going to get low. Very low. But we're going to kill him on the next turn. Probably using the Fire Potion. You might as well try to do it without using the Fire Potion. It didn't work, but that was the right play. For what everything that it looked like was going wrong there, it felt like that was fine, honestly. Absolutely, you have to take double tap on this deck, I think. To double tap a Rampage is so good. I mean, like, I kind of... hate, I mean, how much you lose? 16 HP there, you go down to 64. It's not bad because we're healing up so much, but... And if we keep a thin deck, this might be awesome, but I wish I'd taken Feed in that case. But, you know, let's get Zaned up, dude, because the, I feel like the effect is nice, and the other ones are not that good. We do have a curse in our deck, so we want to hit the earliest shot possible. We have 518 gold. Okay, so we want that. We can deal 28 damage with a double tap heavy blade, and that's what we're gonna do. Why? Because it also blocks 10 indirectly. So my hope is that if we keep our deck thin, I mean 20 cards is where I'd like to be, I think. If we keep our deck thin, this is what I'm looking for. We can get to Rampage faster. I mean, the thing is, like, I get it, we should probably play Apotheosis first, but I actually, at this point, I'm like, I think just bringing Rampage back is actually better. But I could be wrong. In fact, may well be wrong. This next shop could be absolutely incredible for us. I think I can get you. 16. I'm not going to get you this turn. No, I am going to get you this turn. Why? Was that a Cleave Plus? They're all... No, wait, I don't know. That was a Cleave Plus. Didn't I upgrade? I did upgrade a Cleave. Okay. So, out of this, nothing. We got to keep our deck thin, is my interpretation. We're going to do 2 combats, then we're going to hopefully have no more combats as we go up. This is a great time for Cleaves. It's a great time for exhausts. The thing is, I mean, it's like, okay, it's worth it. But then there's no reason to use double tap. Double tap just doesn't do anything for us, so. We're gonna get hit for 15, which is a lot. Oh, Lord. We're gonna draw too much. Oh, no kidding. My hand's full. Well. I mean, you probably want to do an Intimidate. So we got a free turn. We're going to take no damage this turn. Or next turn, it looks like. We should headbutt. And we'll bring back a cleave. We can't draw. Oh, we can draw it, actually. And I think I'm just gonna. Even though we're gonna be over the hand size. Because then we'll hit you with this, and that's pretty good. We're gonna take so much damage from our curse. I'm actually very worried about this, to be honest. I mean, I'm not worried about this right here. I'm worried about, you know, the rest of the floor, because we're getting off to kind of a dangerous start. You guys, you're not nearly as weak as I thought you'd be. A cleave is a necessary choice. Rampage is only doing 8. I can block 9 damage. But we have another cleave over there, but I think you got to do it like this. See, that blocks 9. I wish that I didn't have to take 9 in the process. We might need to add a block or 2 here. I'm starting to get unconvinced that this is a tenable situation. So we're gonna heal for 6. We're gonna actually be at 30 HP. I think you actually do take Inflame. Thins our deck, but in a thickens our deck, but in a meaningful way, because it makes Heavy Blade much better. Offer Runic Cube, gain a special new relic, or offer Molten Egg and gain a special new relic. I would love to lose Molten Egg, because we've already gotten the effect out of it. And we got Nolof's Gifts. Triples the chance of receiving rare cards as monster rewards. That seems actually pretty great. This is terrible, dude. Okay, we want to Apotheosis. Battle Trance. This is actually good, because we're going to Rampage, Headbutt, bring back Rampage. This is a potentially terrible fight. I think we're going to have like 560 gold. And we might need 560 gold to get like a... Oh, Lord. I can't kill you. That's unfortunate. Oh, yes, I can, because I've upgraded double tap. I might need like 560 gold to buy some regeneration potions, because life's looking not so great right now. You gotta play Intimidate. I don't necessarily think you have to play Inflame, but because I'm gonna play a slow turn, I will play Inflame. It turns out that's actually probably pretty shrewd. So we're gonna take 2. That's nothing for now. It's 1/7 of our total HP, but no big deal. You're doing 18 damage while you're weak? That's incredibly annoying. Well, we gotta put up a strong block, I think. As long as you're not healing, I'm a happy boy. But we gotta hit you pretty hard starting soon. $29 damage. The thing is, we absolutely have to block. 14. We're gonna take. I think as Heavy Blade is 29, but I think you gotta do it like this. You take less damage for cards in hand. Please tell me that was not a Rampage. It was not a Rampage. So we're guaranteed to draw Rampage. If we can get like Rampage double tap, I'm thrilled. Actually, Rampage, we would just kill him. But I was like, we can kill him in a cool way if we like headbutt Rampage back. Anyway. Okay, that was not great. Perfected Strike. We again keep it as thin as possible. So the shop is so valuable. No regen potions. Gremlin Horn. Ooh. We don't need a second Apotheosis. It's unnecessary. I love Gremlin Horn. Raising your max HP by 7 and then healing fully also seems... I think I'm just going to straight up go for both. And I know that seems dicey, but check it out. Now we can go here, and instead of resting, we can smith, and we can upgrade, like, to make double tap better by default, or inflame better by default. The thing is, I'm going to go for inflame because it makes everything better. Double tap mostly makes Rampage a lot better. We don't, we can go here. We can go here and remove our curse. It's all about opportunity cost here, I think. It's a bad start to our turn. I don't think we need to exhaust regret. It's kind of irrelevant. Go ahead. Hit me for 8. See if I care. Headbutt is lovely if we get card draw. Well, if the fight's going to go on for any length of time, you basically have to play Apotheosis. You basically have to play Inflame. And then you choose. You either headbutt for damage and bring back... there's nothing really to bring back. You shrug it off and take a little... I mean, headbutt's the best damage dealer, so I think you do that. And what would you like to bring back? Maybe Heavy Blade now that you have Inflame, but Rampage is a much better get. Next turn, our ideal get is like Rampage double tap. We have Rampage. I think you start with Battle Trance, but then you can't draw anyway. But you still, this is great. You double tap and Rampage, so that's extremely good. You Intimidate to weaken him, and then you hit him with a Cleave for max damage. We're still taking 12 in the process here, but remember, we're getting a Relic for this. It's not like we're just doing this out of the goodness of our heart. All he does is attack. You headbutt, bring back Rampage. Shrug it off, get Rampage, play it for 27. Next turn it's worth next time it's worth 35, and we're only taking 5 damage. This is the combo we want to get more frequently. So the rest of our like entire life in this game should be structured around trying to make that happen whenever possible, I think. Can you just kill him with a double tap cleave? Double tap cleave strike should do it. Will do it. Self-forming clay. Whenever you lose HP, gain 3 block next turn. Energy potion. We don't really have any other ways to get block. So I'm fairly for this. Alright, this guy's got to go quick. If we could beat him without taking damage, I'd be the world's happiest man. This is how you do it. It's a Rampage, followed by a Headbutt, which brings back Rampage, followed by a Battle Trance. I'm thinking followed by a Rampage. I know we have Apotheosis. We can't draw any other 0 energy stuff we'd be stoked about, I think. We should have popped our energy potion and then used Apotheosis and then... You get the idea. Man, he's hitting for 15. We'll hit you. We'll block. I think I'll Intimidate you. And, you know, at the risk of being absurd. So we're going to take 6. He's pretty wounded. I'm pretty wounded. It's a great match right now. We're getting 6 block this turn guaranteed, which gives us a free turn. Amazing. What are we going to draw? Either Bash or Inflame for 0. Well, Bash costing 2 is annoying. Well, we'll play all of your 0 energy cards first. Except... No, you definitely double tap a Bash here. Yeah, once you minimize your hand, like the rest of the minimize the number of cards in hand, the rest of it becomes pretty simple. You know, you start to realize that there's just an obvious line, I guess. Rampage for 0 is, oh my god. We just killed him, but Rampage and double tap for 0 on the same turn is just ridiculous. Admittedly, Armaments is pretty tempting, but we have to upgrade it. And we already have Apotheosis. I think this might be one of the few times we benefit from keeping our deck even thinner. So I think we're going to take this line. It scares me, admittedly, but I think we should... When your HP is below 50%, you have 3 additional strength. Well, we're like pretty much exactly there. So I like it. No regen. Can't afford any of this. We have enough dilly-daddling. Remove the curse from your deck. Get the heck out of town. Can't afford anything anymore, but we removed the curse, so I'm happy. 1 combat would be ideal. Okay, 1 combat. Gain 250 gold and gain a curse. Nah, this time, give me the cash in hand. I think we need to be slightly more risk-averse. This guy is also annoying. Well, you'll definitely pop Inflame. And if he ever hits us, we're going to gain 3 strength. So I consider that a pretty nice bonus. So he hits us with Enfeebling Spores, if I remember correctly. Frail and weak. And he's going to hit us for 21, which is just a lot. So I think we'll Apotheosis, double tap, Rampage. Just quite a lot of damage. And then we'll drink this block potion. We'll take 9. But now it's like, we could maybe kill him this turn. It's Headbutt and Battle Trance are the 2 cards we need. We have Battle Trance already. We got Headbutt. So I think you start with a Headbutt. You bring back Rampage. You could either Shrug it off or Battle Trance, but I think you go Battle Trance. And then you get another Battle Trance. And now I'm thinking, like, we could draw a double tap on it. It's on... Oh, no, we can't draw any more cards. That's correct. So Rampage will hit you for 22. Then we need to hit you for 11. Dude, great stuff. Actually great stuff. Another Rampage is absolutely important for this deck. We're going to rest. We have done an okay job of keeping this deck thin, believe it or not. We're probably going to have to rest after these guys as well. But I straight up, like, I have no negative things to say about this right now. We might want to drink our Swift Potion first. We didn't get what I wanted, so I'm going to try Battle Trance. What we want to do, we want an early Rampage, no question. And then we'll have to follow it with a Cleave, sadly, and we're going to take 20 damage as a result. But the Rampage has to get out. Now, the Rampages, I don't believe they feed each other, but still. Heavy Blade is now good as well, but what do we want on this turn? Another... Wait, this is Rampage Plus. This is the one we've already, like, pre-upgraded. So the other thing, I was thinking, like, Headbutt. It's a shame we don't have Battle Trance. Because we get a Headbutt. Wait, maybe there's a way to do this. What if we Headbutt, bring back Battle Trance? No, we can't select the card we want. Nobody's doing anything this turn. It might be best. I don't want to say, like, play it slow. But what if you Apotheosis and then look at it? And then you do, like, a double tap Rampage? It'll deal 11, followed by 19. You'll have 1 HP with a little block. Or, Headbutt Rampage will deal 26. You'll have 5. And we'll have a Rampage coming back next turn. But this Rampage will be a little worse. I think you do it like... I think you just stick to, like, basic principles. Yeah. It sucks because we did have the combo. We need something that gives us more energy. If we could survive this floor and get the boss relic that, you know, maybe Sozu. You can't drink potions anymore, but you get 4 energy. 4 energy helps us out a ton. So you got a Rampage. I mean, it's like non-negotiable. I think you weaken as well. Let's throw in a Battle Trance as well. Maybe we can get a combo. And we absolutely did. This is insanely good. Let's run our math quickly. 15 and then 23. That has to go here. And then 27 and then 35 has to go here. You're dead next turn, probably. All we need is a Headbutt, card draw, and probably the strong Rampage. We didn't get Headbutt, and we can't get Headbutt. Can I kill you? 12, 12, 13? Yeah? I'm starting to believe. I'm starting to believe we got this. So, Berserk seems great. Great enough to add to this. I mean, I sort of, like, to have 4 energy when we got our back against the wall seems important. I'm gonna rest. I think we need the extra tolerance right now. I don't believe that the deck is fully here yet. By the way, I just realized I've completely ignored Gremlin Horn, like, the entire fight. Don't hate me. Okay, so we're gonna try that. Sadly, the next best move is that. This guy's gonna be avoiding debuffs for a long time. But the longer this fight goes on, the better our life is. At least it weakens this guy. And this guy, I suppose. You think he's going to take a Rampage? I'm now skeptical we're going to survive, but... Here's what you do. Headbutt, bring back a double tap. I think they prioritize rare cards. Yeah, so they took my double tap. We're not below 50% yet, so we don't have to worry too much. You definitely Apotheosis. You know you're going to Rampage. The only question is, are you going to are you going to cleave as well? I think you got to do a battle trance at some point here, even if you don't get full card draw. And you got 2 rampages. That's your turn. No question. You take 3, but the great thing about this as well, what's our last remaining card? A strike. If we draw a headbutt, no, we don't even need to draw a headbutt. If we draw a rampage, we're going to have a double tap in hand. Once we kill that guy. And we did draw a rampage. So you die. Where's my... Oh, you took the double tap, you jerk. Call me crazy. You're dealing 28. Give me another 16 block. We're going to take 9. We're going to get 4 energy per turn starting very soon. I'm just going to take out the minions first. I think this other minion will probably die next turn. Alright, so now we get extra strength and extra... Oh, did we play Berserk? We might not get extra... No. We did play Berserk. We played it on turn 1, so we do get extra energy. We don't have a rampage, but we do have the ability to get there. Yeah, you headbutt this guy. You bring back rampage. You battle trance. You have 2 rampages. This guy's gonna give us a double tap when he dies. We have 3 energy remaining. There's no good way to make this happen, I think, but I think I just hit you. You give me the double tap. Oh no, we got energy back because of Gremlin Horn, so I shouldn't have rampaged because we could have double tapped 2 rampages, but you definitely double tap this rampage. This guy's gonna get hurt like crazy. And you look at what you got here, and you can't battle trance because we've already battle trance. That's not a good card right now. You should just hit him for 32. Excuse me, my double tap has not been upgraded? Have I not played Apotheosis? You really tried to hit me for 51. That, you know, that's just ignorant is what that is. Well, let's see. We're at 45 right now. This will take us to 53. And then it becomes a question of, how do you want to do this? I mean, a double tap rampage is so much damage, but it's going to leave us so low. Like, if we look at this right now, what are we going to be at? We have 53, he's hitting us for 51. We're going to be at 2 HP. And he is going to be at... He's going to lose 68. But the only other thing we could do is put up 8 extra block. We'll be at 10. Incredible. No, I think you'd... Seize the day, dude. Sure. He's probably going to not immediately hit us again. In fact, I think he takes a turn off, which is even better for us. Yeah, he's stunned for a turn. Okay, so we got a rampage, which is nice. You probably throw in a battle trance to see if you draw maybe a double tap, which we didn't. You know you gotta do like a... You gotta do like a heavy blade. And you gotta do a rampage. And then at that point you probably just cleave him. And then you gotta find a way to deal 37 damage to him on this turn. With 6 strength up, that's not likely to be too difficult. What did I tell you? Okay, please give me something that gives me extra energy per turn. I mean, you accept Reaper in this situation. Oh, dude, we actually got exactly what we asked for? So I'm actually thinking we're 40 minutes in, let's do this. You know, now that we've gotten a little better at Slay the Spire, we know what we're looking for in more situations. I think we're able to play faster. We can fit a run conceivably in like an hour, whether we win or lose. So you got 24 cards in your deck. No joke, I would like to remove a lot of these. Now remember, we have 4 energy now, so what do you do with 4 energy? You can actually start using Bash. I know, it's like a new era. We definitely want to hit the shop. We got a good amount of money. Your blocks mean nothing to me, because as soon as we draw rampages, your life is over. You got to Apotheosis. You just got to Apotheosis. You apply some weak to all enemies. And you look at, like, strike, is 13 damage. Heavy Blade is 21. Won't even kill you. Reaper is bad on this turn. Except that it does damage to all enemies, which is actually... It's not gonna deal... It'll deal like 7 to you. You shrug it off here to add like a little block to the deck, and then, I mean, you get... When you're lucky, you know? You draw this, you smack them there, you take 12 damage off the table, you get a little energy refund that somehow chains into another rampage, which means it's worth playing. Thank you, Gremlin Horn. Now we're taking 4 damage. Gremlin Horn, we should not forget about Gremlin Horn. This is like an extremely life-affirming relic. Now with 10 cards left, I smell the combo. Berserk is free. I love it. I smell the combo. You headbutt. Maybe I think we can kill this guy. Bring back Rampage. They're both Rampage plus. Battle Trance. Double tap Rampage. Cleave. We got Gremlin Horn out of that, remember that. Except we can't draw anymore. You're dealing 6. We might as well block another one. We're playing a little sloppy, I'm gonna be honest. We're not doing the optimal thing on every turn here, but we're doing very well. The deck is, luckily, it seems strong enough to have that not matter. A Rampage only does 16. You open with card draw here. And, I mean, a double tap this Rampage, followed by a double tap this Rampage. I wish we'd gotten Reaper to heal up a little bit more, but... So we can't use our potions. I think you just... At this point, unless a card actively adds to the deck, you say no. We don't play skills enough. Healing for more seems good, but you might think I'm losing my mind. But I almost think, like, why wouldn't you just go for, like, the thinnest deck you conceivably could? I don't even want any extra cards. I'd rather save our money and maybe hit an extra shop somewhere further. It's literally not possible. So there's no reason not to buy that relic unless we can use our gold for something later. Now we got a lot of combat coming here. I'm very displeased by this. I wish that I'd looked a little bit more into that. Please, and now I'm realizing, like, dude, don't fight the Time Lord. We're gonna hate that. Anyway, decent damage. We'll take 4, which is 0 for now. The explosive guys are super annoying, but keep in mind we are gonna... Self-forming clay is gonna roll over a little block. It's kind of what we're looking for. I don't mind this guy. We should leave him alive and kill these guys before they buff. I mean, just... It's the simplest thing in the world at this point. Let's see, it'll be 11, then 19, so you'll take 30, and then Reaper will definitely kill you. In spite of all this, the fact that we took damage and we're going to take a little extra here, I think this is fine. Maybe. Maybe we miscalculated. These guys are going to die on this turn, in all likelihood, so all we want to do is maybe throw up a little block if possible. We could bring back a Shrug It Off. Like, how much does Cleave do? 13, and then a single strike would kill you. So it'd be like a headbutt, bring back Shrug It Off, Battle Trance, Shrug It Off. Oh, we've already got 9 block. We don't need any more. Yeah, maybe I should have looked at that. Maybe. Flex. I think it does not thin the deck. Whenever we get it, we're going to be happy to have it. To have killed these guys relatively quickly, by the way, I think is a great sign in and of itself. It's kind of a weird turn. We definitely want Apotheosis. We definitely want to flex. And there's no reason, strangely enough, not to double tap, but... I'd really like for both of these Explodey boys to be killed before the end of our next turn. Because this guy's going to start attacking, and I would rather not deal with him, given the choice. Well, you love that. You gotta love a cleave here as well. There's no other card draw, so use Battle Trance. You probably feel content to throw out an Inflame, but what if, I don't know, 2 cleaves is 10-10. And then a Rampage. I think what you actually do is Inflame, and then it'll be 13-13, which actually gets you a kill, which activates Gremlin Horn. We are going to get hurt in the process for 2, which is actually going to give us more block next turn. We don't draw, that's right, but we get the energy back. We don't draw because of... You're so lucky you're not dying here. Remember, I can't use my potions. Yeah, we don't get any extra card draw off of Gremlin Horn because of Battle Trance, which is unfortunate. Hey, Berserk is like almost good here. So play Berserk. We do have other card draw here. It's probably worth playing. We're going to take a hit. So then we would strike you, and then we'll get the card draw and the energy refund from Gremlin Horn. Now we're talking. Reaper's not good here. Yet. But we can now go, okay, no more card draw, so we'll pop Battle Trance. Battle Trance gives us a flex. We have 7 strength. You're dealing 49 damage. That almost kills you. Rampage will take you there, I think. Beautiful. I was getting a little scared there, but that worked out pretty well. I think you're like always glad to see Seeing Red. We usually end turn with cards in hand, so these guys are not too bad. I don't think we'll fight the other elite if we can avoid it. Which obviously we can. You're going to hit for 16, so I think you do play a Shrug It Off. See if you get a better card draw. And we did, a little refund. It's better with Apotheosis, but... is what it is. Taking no damage. This is not common for this run, to take no damage on a turn 1. Or to take no damage on any turn, really. We kind of just roll with the punches, you know, in most cases here. So, we will get a card draw out of Gremlin Horn. If we can get one killed. 14 and 10. I don't think we can get one killed. Oh man, we're going to get hit like crazy on this turn. So we definitely have to rest. Next turn is going to be like a menace, though. So don't play Battle Trance early. We got easy Gremlin Horns. Oh, okay, it's such a good turn for Reaper. Like a double tap Reaper. You flex. You know you're going to double tap Reaper. You probably also want to get to your old Rampage, and that's also fine. So double tap Reaper. This will give you a ton of heal. In fact, it might heal us for 72. To max. That's incredible. It also gave us... oh, do we have a Rampage here? We do. This is great, actually. It also gave us Gremlin Horn, so we're not really losing out. So let's just get another Gremlin Horn, more or less, and we'll bring back a Rampage, and then we'll bring back a double tap. We could have brought back the other Headbutt, which would have been funny. Then we'll Battle Trance. I was thinking like a little double tap Rampage, if you don't mind. We're back at full HP. What? Doesn't matter. None of this. Don't need it. Deck's working. At this point, I think you have to fight the elite. Even though it's dangerous, and even though this guy is like the worst elite to fight by a factor of 800, like there's no reason to play Seeing Red this turn. You still want to fight him. Because if you get a game-changing relic out, I mean, you're at full HP. If you have confidence in your deck, you can take him. This guy is probably the most annoying elite, though. You gotta Rampage, just to make Rampage better. Choose to take 2 damage. That's stupid. We should have hit him. It does take 1 HP off still. Like, why not? This is the dangerous turn, in case you haven't noticed, based on the fact that, you know, the whole... did you notice, like, his 40? He's doing 40 damage. Probably start with a Shrug It Off. You can still double tap Bash. So we'll throw in a Battle Trance. We do want to intimidate him for sure. Now we can't double tap Bash, but that's okay, because you want to Apotheosis, no question. You double tap and Rampage instead. That way our next Rampage is worth more. Next turn's not bad. Took a lot of damage. That's to be expected. Now, this turn is the turn where we want to hit him as hard as possible. We have no card draw, which sucks, but we'll flex. Absolutely have to rampage. Probably you want a Reaper. And what do we want to draw next turn? Actually, next turn we want to draw like a defend. So Headbutt is kind of bad here. We can always bring back, you know what, we want to bring back a Rampage. Even if it's not going to do damage really to him on the next turn, because he's got Intangible, we want to bring back Rampage so we can make it stronger for the future. So, no question, actually. You Battle Trance, it's not worth playing Seeing Red for 0. Instead, we'll just defend. Defend, and we'll hit him with a strike, which is 1 damage. These burns are real bad. It's going to start to get annoying. He's going to hit us for 40, and we're going to take another 8. That's 48 damage. We're going to live. And the Dream... It's a pretty good draw. The Dream is that you just crush him next turn. Losing Heavy Blade kind of sucks, but the Dream is, because he's vulnerable, you're able to kill him here. And a little bit of Malarkey, I think, can make that a guarantee. Oh, especially with Battle Trance. We were looking for like a Headbutt, but... So you'd certainly... This almost gets him. I think you just throw a Battle Trance in for free, but I am worried about drawing burns if we don't kill him. Okay, no, this is... It's actually kind of bad, except that Headbutt is still great. So, we played Double Tap for certain. Yeah, he's dead. So it's very dangerous. That guy's annoying, though. I don't feel bad about that. At the start of boss combats, heal for 25. Could be worth it. None of this fits, I think. We have to rest. Proceed. Extremely annoying combat, dude. These guys are like maybe the actual most annoying. So Apotheosis, throw in a Battle Trance. Oh, dude, you gotta love the flex here. Next Battle Trance is worth nothing. A Heavy Blade does 34 damage. That's like one dude killed instantly. And what would you do after? Wouldn't you rather play like a 2 Rampages and a Cleave and get like the same thing done? No, not... yeah, we'll take 6 in the process. That's not that bad. 6 plus 16, 22 damage. We go to 21. Maybe it is that bad. But by getting Rampage out of our system... Oh, we get Gremlin Horn refunds as well. I forgot. Not that it's worth much, but... by getting Rampage out of our system, we probably make it easier to kill the Thorny Boys getting hit only once or twice in the process, I guess, is the way that I'm going to choose to rationalize that. These guys are just making themselves stronger, so this is, you know, like the ideal turn to take them out. So we've already gotten 9 block. You might as well go on the guy who's got 5, I think. You're going to hit him. You're going to bring back Rampage. You're going to shrug it off. We can always play Seeing Red to get back into this. You're going to play Double Tap. I'm just running the numbers. I think we might be able to kill both of you. Because we played a double... It was a Double Tap plus, right? Yeah, so it does 2 attacks. Well, our turn is made for us. So we might as well start with the Cleave. I keep completely forgetting about Gremlin Horn. I think I'd rather knock out this guy right now. And then this guy as well, if possible. Beautiful. Okay, so we didn't do as badly as I thought we would there. I think you could afford... You know, I think Blood for Blood is your ideal call here. I was thinking about Exhaust, or Weaken, which is... Terrify. What is... Disarm? Disarm, that's it. Causing an enemy to permanently lose strength is also really good. Lose all gold, gain a relic. Yes, please. We start with enemies being weak. Oh, dude, we have to fight an elite on this path. This is very dangerous. Alright, you start with weakness, but I still might like you to be intimidated. Inflame. little battle trance, if you don't mind. Rampages, please. We'll double tap. And we'll get double cleaves out of that. And we'll smack you. No reason to play Seeing Red on that turn. We only did 38 damage. That's not good. That's not enough. We've been weakened and frailed as well. He's dealing 18. That's no joke. And our draw sucks again. I think you go for Bash Cleave, and like immediately you're going to be happy to have Berserk because we're getting extra energy out of it starting next turn. Our next elite will probably kill us. If I was judging this run as an impartial observer, that's what I'd say. Apotheosis. Heavy Blade is really good already, but you start with the Battle Trance. We got no other card draw. Oh, dude, you flex. Okay. The turn writes itself. You Rampage. You Rampage. You Heavy Blade for 77 damage. We got like 2 headbutts left, right? A headbutt and a Reaper. We need card draw. We could be lethal this turn. No, we can't. Not thanks to what we've got. Can we kill him is the real question. My discard pile is empty, so headbutt is bad right now. I think you shrug it off. We're not dead now. I would love to bring back like a double tap, but it can't be done. So, you know, heal me for 9. It's not my favorite turn. Card draw always helps. I'm hopeful we can kill him next turn. Heavy Blade is 49 damage. You think you start with like a... You start with a Shrug It Off. Draw into a Bash. Play a Battle Trance. This is what we were looking for. Because like a double tap Heavy Blade kills him. How on earth are we going to beat this elite? You know how we do it? We get buff as hell, and we hit him with a Reaper on this turn. You're going to hit me for 18 as is, which is just, I disagree. 999. So we're gonna heal for 27 off of this. Yeah, we're gonna heal for 27, and then we're gonna get hit for 18. So we're gonna heal for 9 total, but I do think you play it. Our strength is now down. I guess we should have played Rampage first in hindsight. At least it's something. A flex would have been so much more valuable, but... Well, Blood for the Blood God is going to be free, which is not the name of the card, but that's also okay. Alright, 5 energy here. Let's think about this intelligently. You obviously want to play a flex. You probably want to bring back a Rampage, which would be like a Headbutt. You're dead now thanks to Cleave. We'll bring back Rampage. We'll Cleave, which will give us Gremlin Horn, which gives us the Rampage. We'll kill you with this, which will give us Gremlin Horn. Might as well intimidate you. I think you're just literally dead. That's the kind of turn we need. If I draw a hand full of flexes, woe be it from me. Now this is the scary part. These guys gain strength every turn. So essentially we gotta pop off as quickly as possible. You Apotheosis, which essentially makes Berserk free, which is an instant strength gain. We heal for 18, we're only gonna take 14 damage. Is there any way we can get over that? I think the answer is no, because we can't bash and then Reaper. What we could do is Battle Trance, look for a Seeing Red or a Flex. We got Intimidate, which is lovely. And we got Rampage, which is going to dictate our next action. So we'll heal for 18 first, which does lower our strength, and I made exactly the same mistake I made last time. We'll then play Rampage. I'm pretty happy with turn 1. But remember, these guys get stronger turn to turn. However, they do also remain weak for 3 turns because of our card draw that we got the Terrorize or whatever it's called. Okay. So you're looking for, a double tap Heavy Blade after playing a Flex will kill you and give us Gremlin Horn action. Which could then give us a Headbutt times 2. What do we want to bring back? I think like Flex Ramp, or probably Heavy Blade and then Flex. which we won't get until next turn, but that's actually, like, completely fine. I'll strike here for 14. I'll put up 2 defense. And who would have thought the Elite would actually be, like, the easiest enemy for us to face here? So he should be super dead. We gained HP on the Elite fight. Thank you, Well-Timed Reaper. When viewing your draw pile, the cards are now shown in order. So good. Do we ever lose HP from a card? I think the answer is no. Well. Hey, lose 15 block rather than all of your block. That's never going to be relevant. We will obviously rest, and it's time. You know what? We didn't actually have to rest. Because we were going to... It's the Time Lord. We were going to get to more anyway. Okay, so you got to watch out for this guy. You absolutely have to play Apotheosis. Absolutely have to play Rampage. You should strike. You should intimidate and make him weak for longer. There's no reason to play Defend. It just makes our next turn weaker. Well, no, there is a great reason to play Defend. He's doing damage. Right, that makes sense. Alright, Time Lord. Is this going to be the first time that I ever beat you, or the 1,000,000th time I die to you? We're about to find out. We don't have a strictly combo-focused deck, so I'm not too disappointed. You have to play Berserk. I think a double tap Blood for Blood is pretty good. Double tap Strike is decent, and then you're going to hit me, so I should block, and that'll end my turn. Did give him a strength bonus, but he was going to get it anyway. So far, so good. Okay. 21 damage. That's no joke. We're not getting any Gremlin Horn action. Well, let's see. What will we draw with Battle Trance? Flex, Cleave, Reaper, Heavy Blade. Flex, Cleave, Reaper, Heavy Blade. We'll push Heavy Blade out if we play Headbutt to bring something back. But we could double tap a Reaper for healing, but we actually don't need to yet. This is a puzzle. The problem is that double tap is always going to be great with Heavy Blade. Well, this is our next... If we don't play any card draw, we're going to get... This is our next turn, which is also fine, but that's not really what we want to do. I think we want to Headbutt, bring back double tap. Then we'll Battle Trance. And he's going to love this, because we're going to flex real quick, which wastes our time. We haven't played double tap. We're going to play double tap. We're going to double up on Rampage. It's going to make our next turn absolutely garbage. We're going to double up on Reaper. And there's no reason to play 2 cards. We might as well give ourselves a turn next time. We could play 2 cards, but then we'd only be able to play 1 card next time. If we could have played 3 this time, I would have been happier with it. But this is okay. We can still play 3 cards. You gotta love, like... I mean, I think you have to play Inflame. Because it's a permanent bonus. Then it's up to you. You could flex Heavy Blade. Or you shrug it off to take a little bit less damage. And Heavy Blade anyway. Y'all know me. He's about half dead. Closing in on half dead. I'm going to be a little bit more than half dead. We have draw reduction, which sucks. But we draw more as well, just as a result of the way we've chosen to live our lives. Okay, we got 5 energy and a wide open turn. Battle Trance will draw into a bunch of stuff that we would almost rather it didn't. Stay vulnerable. And then I'm like, well, he's vulnerable. We gotta... We only have 1 block. We could draw into another block, and actually that might be advisable. You know what I mean? Like, don't even play Flex unless you have to. Then you can hit him for 17. You hit him for 17 again. And we have a great potential turn next time. What are we drawing? Rampage, double tap, Oh, ho ho. Is there any way... We'll get hit, right? We're taking some damage? Yeah, we're going to take some damage. So we can get some extra card draw in advance and maybe get... I think he might die this turn. I know that sounds crazy. Either he or I is going to die this turn. Oh, no. Like, Heavy Blade does 49. It's definitely a flex, double tap. This is going to deal 52, followed by 60, I think. No. It's going to deal 52, and then it's going to deal 43 plus 22, like 65. That's like over 100 damage. He's going to die. We're gods. We have defeated you, Time Lord. You no longer tell me what to do. You no longer tell me what to do. He's back! 583 damage is not a lot. That being said, he's done it. We're living this life. Who's the best at Slay the Spire? Oh, probably Austin or Bear. Who's getting better? That's right, it's me. Oh, this leaderboard, it just makes me sad. This we don't talk about. This one we don't talk about. This is the one that we just ignore mostly. Except Rob is pretty bad at it, obviously. Oh, Wolf, congratulations. Hey, Grandma, get off the road. Hey, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the run. If you did, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.